Hey guys, this is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and I want to welcome you to my webinar. And today I'm very excited to share with you my secret weapon on how I build lists of prospects and clients, how I'm able to create relationships on autopilot without making any phone calls, and I'm going to also show you how I'm able to make money whether I'm on the court teaching, in my car, or even in my sleep. In fact, we're even going to look at an example where I made $1,000 on a rainy day. Now, the cool thing I want you to get excited about right now is that whether you know it or not, you've already proven that this system works to yourself. You may be wondering, how is that? Well, because my exact system that I use to generate income for my tennis teaching on the court is the exact system that brought you to this page. They're called lead pages, and believe me, they're the most powerful tool on the internet today. First, let me share with you the exact definition of what a lead page is so you can fully understand. Okay, so here we are in Wikipedia for the definition of a lead capture page. Now, the definition is kind of long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there is one line that I really like here. It says, the general goal of a landing page is to convert site visitors into sales leads. And this is huge, and this is the biggest difference I see out there between coaches with traditional websites versus other industries that are now using these lead pages. Rather than the first impression being a website, the first impression is usually a lead page, and we're going to get into that a little later. So now we got what a lead page is. You generally kind of know what one is. You've experienced it. I've given you a definition. Let me discuss what we're going to go over today. Number one, we're going to discuss why lead pages are way more effective than a traditional website, and why you need to use them as your first point of contact. It's got to be the first thing that you basically show a new prospect or client, and we're going to go into detail why. That brings us to number two, what we're going to be going over today. I'm going to show you, we're going to go on the web together, and I'm going to show you real live examples of lead pages that internet marketers are using in other industries literally make millions of dollars a year, and that is not an exaggeration. Number three, I'm going to show you some lead pages that I've made myself to consistently fill up a class of 40 students. I'm going to show you another technique that I used to make $1,000 when it was completely raining outside and I didn't think I was going to make any money the whole week. And number four, I'm going to discuss with you the number one power tool behind the lead page that is going to be really eye-opening. It shows you how you can track and measure everything, create relationships on autopilot, and turn your business into a money-making machine, all by clicks of the button and no phone calls. So you're really going to enjoy that. So let's get right into our first topic right now. So let's discuss why a lead page is so much more effective than a traditional website. You know, I compare traditional websites that you'd see out there as like going to a mall. If you were to go to a mall, you know, you've got tons of stores, and that's kind of like a website. Websites are important, but you can go on a website and you can kind of browse around and see some photos and some classes and videos maybe, and kind of like going to a mall. You're just kind of going around, you're browsing, shopping, and many times, in fact most times, you're kind of going to a mall or to a website almost to kill time, where a lead page is more like going into a specific store. You know, so now it's just much more targeted. And even more than that, now you're going not only into the store, you're going directly to a rack. And then on top of that, it's even deeper than that, because you're not only just going to the rack, you're actually going for one particular item that maybe has a 50% off sale. And that's the only reason you came to the mall that day, was to look for that one specific item and make a decision. Are you going to go for that 50% offer, or are you not? You're either going to buy or you're not. And that is the essence. That short little story I told you is the essence between a traditional website and lead pages. And now that you kind of have that in your head, I'm going to go in and show you examples of how now professional internet marketers that literally build businesses that make them millions of dollars online are using these lead pages. And then we're going to compare them to a lot of tennis websites that you see out there and I think you're going to really see the difference. Okay, so we're on the internet here, and now we're going to take a look at some tennis clubs and their websites. And as you can see, this first website, it's not a bad looking site, but what we're talking about is the ability to capture leads, to make sales on autopilots, to build relationships. And you really can't do that here. You're coming here and you're just kind of surfing around, and to be honest, it doesn't really, probably not going to have too many people stay too long on this site. Alright, so now let's compare it to some professional internet marketers. These people literally sometimes have, it's going to sound far-fetched, but they have $1 million months sometimes when they launch a product. And one of the most famous internet marketers is Frank Kern. And you can see that he's got a website here, frankkern.com. So when you go to that, you'd figure you'd learn all about Frank. Well, if you click this, it's not even a very impressive looking site, which is, I find, very interesting. But what's the first thing you read? How you can design, create, and implement the ultimate lifestyle business in 6 weeks or less. Well, if you're looking to grow a business, you're kind of intrigued. So then you're invited to a free training August 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So now you're figuring out, all right, do I want to do this? Here's what you need to do next. You fill out the form. That's the key. Not even a very glamorous site, but this guy literally makes millions of dollars online. You can see right here, he's got 107 comments based on this little sales letter that's nothing to write home about. But the key is it's an offer. It's a very specific thing he wants you to do. He wants you to fill out the form for his free training. So as we look at that, we can, hopefully light bulbs are starting to go off in your head. That's the first thing he wants you to look at when you look at frankkern.com, which is his name. Another one right here, this is a site called Mobile Monopoly, and it's run by a guy named Adam Horowitz. He makes a lot of money online through basically training you how you can make money with mobile. And he's even been invited to the White House as one of the, he's like 21 years old. So you can see right here, you watch a video. So again, it's pretty straightforward, though the video is quite good. And then you download it right now. So again, he's asking you to take an action right away. So the more I kept studying these professional internet marketers that I knew were highly successful, I started to think, you know what, this could probably work for tennis. And so I started to run all my programs by basically setting up lead pages and then figuring out ways to drive traffic to it, and it worked so great. You can see right here I have a lead page that talks about Gold's Gym Tennis presents Tennis 1, 2, 3. Learn tennis in 8 weeks for just $7.50 a week. And then when you click play right here, you can also watch a video. And the cool thing about it is it makes your client or your potential client make a decision right away. It's not about coming to a website where they see all your programs. They're deciding on this one specific thing. And this program right here, every time I send this offer out to now my list, in the beginning I had to grow my list, but now all I have to do is send an offer like this out, and I always get 40 people in this class every time. So it is just a fantastic way to keep getting income, growing your list, making money on autopilot. I'm going to go into more of that later, but I just want to show you a couple more examples. Here's another site. Now this doesn't even have a video on it. It's just about getting a 6-pack of lessons. I was going to be putting my lesson prices up, so I actually decided to do it when the weather was no good. We had a bad week of weather, so I said 6-pack of lessons for just $220. That's $36 per class, $9 below the current price, and that's because I was going to then be putting our lesson prices up, and so they had to then opt in, and we'll actually do that together right now, just so I can kind of show you how this works, and you can see how effective it is. This is actually my rainy day tutorial. What I did was basically had this offer, and then on the other side I had an upsell technique. So they could either do $220 one-time thing, then know the next time they get in, the prices are going to go up. or they could pay for 6 months. And you can see that this particular page isn't very high tech, but it was very effective. It doesn't always have to be high tech. You see, yes, I want this special for 6 months, and so I had some people take me up on that. We made $1,000 that day selling that package, and it was completely rainy. So I also think, it is important to have professional looking sites and professional looking videos the first time someone comes to your site. So we're kind of stepping up our bar, if you will, with our lead pages now, so that it's got a great video that really captures the imagination and it's a little more pleasing to the eye. So these are actually some videos and products that I've made for some clients. This is a hit and run class, and you can see it's got a cool video. You're going to get 10% off your first lesson, your first private lesson as well. So you can see that these are all very specific offers that we're driving our clients to make decisions. And it's just a great way to bring the attention of your client in to where they're not shopping around, they're not on the website in a mall, they're looking at a specific offer on a rack and making the decision. That's the key. That's the trick to being able to grow your business a lot faster than it would if you just had some static website that's got a bunch of your classes that people browse and they really don't know how to sign up, they're kind of confused, and then they leave. So if you're really looking to grow your business, this is the way you need to do it. The next thing we're going to go into is we're going to discuss the #1 power tool behind the lead pages that's really going to help you be able to run everything on autopilot. You're going to be able to create relationships, you're going to be able to sell more product, you're going to be able to make money in your sleep. So let me get into that right away. Okay guys, so remember that tennis 1-2-3 offer that I was telling you about? Well, the cool thing about that offer is if we look here, it actually ended up getting 65 subscribers. That means I added 65 more people on my list, which then I could communicate with literally on autopilot. I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So a lot of times when people come into a class, what I will do is I will set up messages. Right here you can see I set up 9 messages where as soon as they sign up, they're going to start getting messages that I'm building the relationship with them. So you can see right here it says, thanks for signing up on the first message. And 2 days later, if you look right here, 2 days later, they're going to get another message that's got a homework tip. And I also include videos of like Roger Federer hitting the ball, Serena Williams, all the pros. And then 3 days after they got that second message, 3 days later, they're going to get, are you ready for tennis? And then another tip on the one-handed backhand. So you're getting the point. These messages are all set up in advance by me so that usually it's about 3 weeks before the class starts when I usually like to get people signed up so that they're starting to get to know me if they've never met me before they even step onto the court. And that's going to certainly ensure more people show up on the first day. Another thing I'll also like to do is actually sell within that too. So my last message is got kids. So a lot of people in Tennis 1, they are between the ages of, I would say, average 35 to 50 years old, some even up into 60. So many of them have kids. So I'll say got kids. And let me just show you what a basic message looks like in the system, which if you sign up with me, I'll let you basically piggyback on my system. And it's going to be much cheaper than anything you would find out there. So here's just a message right here that it's very simple. Now that you're having fun, introduce your kids to the game in a new innovative way to teach tennis, and then they just click here, and when they click there, it takes them to another lead page. You guessed it. So then everything just compounds from there. Email marketing is when you can track everything you do so you can maximize on your potential clients. So when I send out a message, I can see that how many people opened it. I can see that 112 people opened this email, and that's 42% of the list I sent out to, which you can also segment, which is incredible. I can see that 60 people clicked on the link, which is very, very high click-through rate actually. And then I can break it down even more than that. I can see that This particular woman right here, she opened the email 7 times and clicked on the link 3 times. This person right here opened the email 6 times and clicked on the link 8 times. Do you know how powerful that is? First of all, I hate to pick up the phone, but if I am going to pick up the phone in case this person who opened the email 7 times and hasn't signed up, yeah, this is worth picking up the phone for, because I know they're interested. I'm not blindly sending out an email and hoping that people are opening it and they're getting it and all that kind of stuff. This is basically a way to spy on your clients and see exactly what they're thinking, what they like and what they don't like. So this is basically the secret sauce within the whole lead page system that allows you to do everything I've been talking about the whole time, which is creating relationships on autopilot, getting paid online. It just helps cut down on literally hundreds, I would say thousands of hours of work a year. Guys, I hope this presentation was truly eye-opening for you. You should know enough now that if you're not using these tools for your business, you're totally missing out. And this is a very huge opportunity to take the lead over your competition that is currently asleep at the wheel in the tennis industry. I've done a lot of research, and I can tell you that the numbers are pretty weak as far as the amount of tennis pros who are using this, and we're way behind the curve. But we're not going to be forever, because I truly believe that the people who take advantage of this are basically going to be just totally kicking the pants off other pros, that they're eventually going to be driven out of the industry altogether. And again, guys, this is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You can only go so long with your flyers and phone calls when you know yourself how much you use a phone and a computer. So guys, let me tell you what I've created for you. I call it the Tennis Lead Page Profit System, and you're absolutely going to love it. It's going to completely change the way you think about tennis and running your business. Let me tell you everything you're going to get. First of all, you're going to get a beautiful lead page that I've been showing you with a customized video, which is totally going to stand out from anything you've ever seen anybody do in the tennis industry, and your own opt-in box, which is the magic for running your business on autopilot. Number 2, you're going to get the ability to create thousands of these lead pages on your own. That's right, anytime you come up with a unique idea, something you want to market yourself, you're going to be able to use this software that the internet marketing pros use. This is what all the internet marketing pros use. And this software system costs me a decent amount of money, and I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. And you're also going to get step-by-step training tutorials on how to use this software. So you're going to learn how to create and edit your own page. You're going to learn how to install your own opt-in forms and code. You're going to learn how to hook up your lead page to PayPal or another payment system to where you can get paid 24/7. You can literally make money when you're on the court teaching other people. You can get paid by other clients. You can make money while you're driving your car and even in your sleep. And I've shown you even when it's raining outside. Next, you're going to learn how to make follow-up messages so that you can communicate with your customers on autopilot. I'm going to give you the training on that completely free. This is, by the way, a lot of this training, guys, I've spent hundreds of hours learning how to do, and spent a lot of my own hard-earned money also learning how to do. And you're also going to learn how to track your subscribers so you can see how many people are opting into your list. And you're going to be able to, most importantly, measure your campaign results. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And also, as a bonus, another thing I'm throwing in absolutely free is you're going to get a free video, because let's face it, guys, if you don't know how to drive the traffic to the lead page, it's not going to do you much good. So I'm going to give you a video that's going to show you 20 killer lead building systems, strategies that is going to help you double your income over the next year. And guys, I want to sweeten the pot even more for you. I just can't stop. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you another cool new thing where you can take your lead page and you can basically install it into a Facebook fan page. And so I'll be right back to show you how to do that. Okay, so let me show you this bonus that we've come up with. If you have a fan page, what we're going to do is we're going to create a button here, like you have a welcome button, or you see I have a free course button. So all around here, Facebook actually allows you to have, even if you open this up, you can have even more buttons. So, but look what happens when you click on here. Now you can create, which not a lot of people know about, you can actually create your own lead pages within Facebook, which people are also kind of comfortable moving around Facebook. Sometimes it, adds the credibility if someone's on Facebook, then they end up on a Facebook lead page rather than a link outside of Facebook. So what we'll do is we'll take your video that we've created for you, make a quick little Facebook lead page, which coming down the road too, be looking out for. We'll be actually making a product where you'll be able to make unlimited Facebook fan page lead pages, but we're not quite there yet. But we'll throw in one for free on the house. So I mean, this literally could right here be a product I'm sure people would charge you anywhere up to between $400 and $700 to make for you. So that's another cool bonus, guys. Okay guys, and I'm going to throw in one more bonus. This is the last bonus. I'm going to give you 3 one-on-one sessions with me where we're going to basically, the first one is we're going to go over your strategy. What's the first lead page going to be about? What's the offer going to be? We're going to brainstorm that out together, and I'll help you with that. The next one we're going to go through is I'm going to tell you a little bit about, we're going to find more about your situation, where you're teaching, and I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to market your lead page that we're creating for you. And then the final session that we're going to do is going to be basically a question and answer session. So after we hand over the keys to you and you go through all the training, we're going to get back on the phone and I'm going to answer any questions you have on how to use what we gave you. And so let's review everything that you're going to get now with this Tennis lead page profit system. Number one is you're going to get that beautiful lead page with a customized video. That's also going to have the opt-in box there for you, which is the most important part of the page. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to be able to give you the ability to create thousands of pages on your own. So you can create whatever idea you come up with, you can create it. We're going to be handing over step-by-step tutorials that's going to help you basically learn how to create and edit your own pages. It's going to be very easy once you follow this system. Trust me, it's not going to be hard at all. We're also going to teach you how to install your own opt-in forms to your site, how to hook up your lead page to PayPal or any other payment system so you can get paid 24/7. We're going to teach you how to make follow-up messages within your autoresponder system, how you can track your subscribers, how you can measure your campaign results. And then we're also throwing in that free video that's going to give you 20 killer list building strategies that's going to help you double your income over the next year, as well as that we're going to make one Facebook landing page or lead page for you with that button that we showed you how we're going to make that for you. So that's everything that's included in the Tennis lead page profit system. You're probably wondering, well, how much is going to cost me? And in the beginning, I was thinking, well, how much is this going to cost them? Because this is a whole lot of stuff. I'm giving you basically hours of training that I've went through and spent thousands of dollars learning. I mean, and this is also going to transform your business, be way more effective than any website that you may have paid $1,000 to $1,500. Some people I've even talked to have paid up to $3,000 for the website. So I was thinking, what is this going to cost? Because it easily could cost $1,000, but I didn't want it to be that expensive. I know that, especially with the tennis industry the way it is, things are getting tighter and tighter, and I want to make this affordable for you to be able to do. So I'm not going to go with $1,000. The next number that came into my head was, well, let's just cut it in half. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, $500 is still a lot of money and may scare some of you away. So I wanted to make it to where it would be, well, what can I give them where literally in one day, if they just had one day, a pretty light day of just like 4 hours of lessons, depending where you are. Usually most lessons are anywhere between $40 to $60 you can make an hour. I want to make it where it's almost like you can teach a half a day and make your money back on this. So I've come up with a price of $237. And I think that that is pretty much a rock bottom price that anybody who's serious about growing their business would take me up on. So what I want you to do right now is, if you're ready to you see what is coming down the road, if you want to be ahead of the curve as far as the tennis industry goes, you need to fill out the form right now. Because really, there's so many industries right now doing exactly what I'm doing, and we just haven't even caught on to it yet. So I mean, it's absolutely crucial to your business that if you're serious about growing your business, you fill out that form. What's going to happen next is we're going to get on the phone, we're going to start your first campaign. I'm going to hold you by the hand and make sure that this is a successful venture for you, because I truly know from experience that this is the only way in this current technology revolution to run a business. So I'll see you on the other side, and I'm really proud of you for taking this step forward.